From the venue at UCF here in Orlando, Florida, Premier Boxing Champions now features the main event, live on Bounce, 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. The three judges ringside are Fred Flutie, James O'Connor, and Michael Ross. And the referee in charge, when the bell sounds, Frank Santor. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the pink and the black. His professional record, 37 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 13 wins coming by knockout. Fighting out of Philadelphia, PA. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Malik King Scott. Across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks. As a professional, 40 wins, 27 victories by way of knockout against 5 defeats. Fighting out of Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Tony the Tiger Thompson.
Here we go, guys. Scott, here we go. Scott, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go, fellas. All right, guys, we went over all the instructions in the dressing room. You guys stand back a little bit. And I don't want to have to wrestle with you. I say break, break, all right? Touch him up. Good luck. Get that Vaseline wipe down on his head, please.
Oh, look down at the Florida rules. So once
fine.
again,
Yeah,
for Thompson Scott here, it's a 10-point must system. No standing 8 count, 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. The fight's official after the 4th round. So here we go. Frank Santor is going to have his work cut out for him. A couple of big guys in there.
These are some heavyweights.
And it's not very often that you see a southpaw of the heavyweight division, but Tony Thomson, just that. And Malik Scott, more of a boxer. Thompson, he says he's going to do whatever he has to do once he feels the process out a little bit to see if he can walk out of the venue here at the UCF with a victory.
These are what you call true heavyweights.
Well, what do you mean by that, Kev?
I mean, anybody over 6'2", 225 or 30 pounds, I consider them a true heavyweight.
Right. I mean, there was a time back in the day, you know, heavyweight was, you could be, you know, 6'1", 6'2", and 220.
That's right.
But now these guys are trees.
Malik's doing a good job right now, boxing Tony, keeping him off balance. He made a nice little spin move earlier from ducking the jab. This is the kind of fight he needs to fight. Nice overhand. Nice double overhand from Malik Scott.
2 right hands there from Malik Scott.
Stop, stop. Come here, gentlemen. I'm not a fan of talking during the fight. I don't want any talking going on. Box.
I don't like when a referee gets too involved. Kind of breaks up the rhythm a little bit.
True, and it's not like we even knew they were talking. It wasn't a distraction of what's going on in there. But he has to get control of this ring with these 2 big boys in there. You know, if it gets out of hand, who's going to stop him?
Right.
So Frank Santor
Stop.
keep talking
Break,
to him.
break. Watch behind your head. Watch behind your head.
They were just exchanging pleasantries.
Something like that.
So Tony Thomson, 44 years of age. He fought Vladimir Klitschko twice. First time.
Stop.
He was knocked out in the 11th.
Stop time. Watch come around behind the head. You watch grab it. Watch hold. Don't worry. Box.
Frank Santor, like you said, trying to get control of the fight here. Second time, he was knocked out in the 6th round. People thought potentially that was going to be it for Thompson. Thompson said he thought he was going to retire. But then he got an opportunity to fight the up-and-comer David Price. And a lot of people thought that was supposed to be a stepping stone for Price.
Good body shot.
Scott. Let him go. Let him go. Come on.
Ripping right hook.
Thank you.
Thompson knocked him out in the 2nd round. They had a rematch, and he took care of him in the rematch as well via knockout, and that sprung him on a run of 7 consecutive victories. And here he is, and another nice lead right hand there from Malik Scott.
Stop, break, bingo.
Well, he's landing that overhand right at will.
feeling out process early. Back after this. Back here at the venue at the University of Central Florida, and joining us at ringside for this fight is heavyweight champ Deontay Wilder. So Deontay, thanks for joining us, and we appreciate you spending a little time with us. We know Malik is a good friend, and also you know Tony as well.
Most definitely. First of all, thank you for having me, guys, and definitely Malik is like a brother to me. You know, when I first met this guy, man, we clicked instantly. And the thing we learned about each other, that my birthday and his mother's birthday is on the same day, and my mother's birthday and his birthday is on the same day. It's crazy. We've been together ever since.
All right, Deontay Wilder coming off a victory just a few weeks ago against Johan Duopa, proving to 35-0, 34 knockouts, huh?
Most definitely,
that's
man.
Not bad, huh?
To God be the glory.
As we start round 2 of the scheduled 10-round heavyweight bout here between Scott and Thompson. You're 6'7", correct?
Definitely 6'7".
Okay, these guys 6'5" and 6'4". So as a tall fighter, when you have another fighter of this height in the ring, easier, more difficult than maybe a fighter who's a little bit shorter? I mean, your thought process.
It all depends, you know. It all depends. Sometimes height can be an advantage, but sometimes it can be a disadvantage to a fighter that don't know how to use their height. You know, all tall fighters don't know how to use their height, but make it a disadvantage for them. But when you have two tall guys in there, it's kind of like a chess game a little bit.
Big right hand there from Malik Scott. Snaps back the head of Tony Thomson.
Then it almost becomes what man draws the first gun, you know. I enjoy fighting taller fighters as well, too, because my punch is straight. I don't have to go down or, you know, nothing like that. So it makes it very much more competitive as well, too.
Kev, you mentioned earlier that Malik Scott is one of the more skilled heavyweights you've been around.
Yeah, he's got all the skills. He's got all the tools in his toolbox for a heavyweight. And he's landing this right hand at will. He's giving him angles, sliding over. And Malik's looking pretty good right now.
Grab him, Thompson. Come on, you got to
even Tony Thomson, when we sat down and talked to him, even Tony Thompson said, look, Malik Scott, this guy has skills.
Don't punch. Stop.
He gave his love.
Hi. You hear me say stop? You throw a punch again after I say stop, you're going to lose your point. 2 points to be done. You got it? You listen to me. Both of you. I say stop,
putting
stop.
His,
box.
Dominance in the ring right now. Establishing his alpha male.
Even Thompson said, look, he's one of the more skilled heavyweights. And Thompson said he's going to come in, he's going to look all pretty. He said he's going to be all chiseled. He's going to have the body going. That's not my fight.
I always said that Malik was the most technical heavyweight in the heavyweight division, period. You know, even when I fought him, I knew I was up against. I knew that he had the boxing skills and had to be cautious.
I mean, for a heavyweight, he has skills.
10 seconds,
a middleweight or even a welterweight. You don't see that versatility.
All right, so Scott getting loose here early.
Come on, let's go, guys.
And we mentioned Deontay, you're coming off a victory over Johan Duopa. Happened in Alabama, your hometown. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights from that matchup here. And you picked up another knockout, number 34. Just your thoughts on that night. He lasted longer than I think you thought.
He did. You know, people always look at people's record or do they have a top name, and they go by that. And I tell people, you know, some of the ones that you don't know is the scariest people, you know. And he was a tough opponent. I kept telling people he was going to be a tough opponent, and he proved himself. And it was a great night for the state of Alabama to have the second title defense there. You know, it was beautiful.
What do you call the dance move you did? Like,
man, you know what? To be honest, that was I could not do that right now to this day. That was all off of emotion and you know, from a tough fight and after that the victory. Yes, I hit every corner.
You knocked it out. It looked pretty good. Calling Dancing of the Stars.
Oh man.
My man Deontay likes to cha-cha.
Oh, for real. Dance with the Stars. I'm trying to, hey.
Round 3 here between Thompson and Scott. And Malik Scott, tell you what, he's getting pretty good with that right hand.
Yeah, it looks like Malik is starting to get his confidence up and his rhythm.
Let him go, Scott. Punch your way out. Let him go and punch your way out.
There's a chopping left hand cap as well. Now he's going to work the body.
If he gets in the right flow and a rhythm like it's looking, he could be a problem for Tony Thompson tonight.
Well, it is a problem right now, but if he can keep this up, yeah, it's going to be a long night. Tony's going to have to figure something out if he wants to break this rhythm.
The main thing Tony's doing, he's smuggling his punches as well. To be the taller guy, 6'5", 6'6". You know, he should start using his jab more than coming in on Malik. Being that Malik is a mover, he's an angler. He like to use his angles and movement. And if you're missing, you're tired faster than if you hit the guy.
So Thompson trying to make it a rough fight. That's right. He caught Malik there with the right hand, and then Malik showing the speed, the straight back, and a left that catches Thompson, and Thompson looked like he was wobbled momentarily.
Punch your way out, fellas. Punch your way out. Let him go.
Uppercut there from Malik Scott. Scott gets out of trouble there.
I think Thompson needs to try to attack the body more. The head is too elusive. You know, chop the body down first and then start coming back to the head.
Scott 37-2 with 1 draw, 13 knockouts.
Good break. Good break.
The Tiger 40-5 with 27 KOs.
Not too much talking, guys. Not too much.
He's starting to pot shot Thompson right about now.
He's almost 100% with that right hand. Yeah, body shot.
Punches up, punches up, punches up.
Thompson's last fight was a victory over Islandier Solis. He's fought him 2 of his last 3 over in Turkey and beat him twice. And in between there, he lost to Carlos Taco.
Malik is one of those smart fighters. You can't do the same thing with him. He adjusts each and every round. He gets smarter. So the same tactics you come with him, you got to switch it up. You got to keep just going the same jab or keep doing the same movement. He can adjust to it and counter off that. And that's what he's doing with Tony right now.
Thompson trying to find a way with Scott up against the ropes. Just let his hands go a little bit. Thompson and Scott starting to get a little loose. Hey, what could be more fun than family? Omar Gooding and Angel Conwell starring an all-new episode of the hit comedy Family Time, Tuesday night at 9, 8 Central, only on Bounce TV, our way.
Okay, good. Might just be a crease.
Yeah, it is.
What do you think?
That's Troy Fox, the trainer of Tony Thompson. Let's listen in a little bit.
How you feel? Yeah, bait him with that left hand, then come on. He gonna pop back up, make him duck right here and pop him right with that hook. Run right into it. All right. Looking good, baby. Keep that jab. Hit his shoulders. Don't go for his head so much. Beat his body up, man. We're gonna beat him up if he wanna run.
Kevin, if you're trying to give Tony Thompson a little bit of advice here.
Stay there.
They should definitely be giving him some instructions because I have Malik winning every round, and they got to make some kind of adjustment here. And he should be getting some adjustments from the corner so that he can go out and
Don't grab the ropes. Don't grab the ropes.
turn this thing around.
Don't grab the ropes.
And Deontay, Malik, he's probably a little bit to get you ready for a dual fight, correct?
Most definitely. You know, we bring Malik in count with me all the time, actually. Malik not too long ago just left my camp, you know, so he should still be in that camp shape alongside his own camp. So, you know, he's looking good right now. He's doing the right things, angling. That's the best thing when he's in the corner, getting out of there, keeping his head, and applying his own punches.
Thompson landed a right uppercut.
He's turning his defense right back into offense. He's stepping around, using angles.
what's going to happen after Wilder. I'm going to see Tony getting fatigued and tired because he's smuggling his punches again. To have such long arms, he should be right there throwing instead of smuggling. If he's that close, he should be body snatching.
You're exactly right, Deontay. And Malik's not using up that much unnecessary energy.
Exactly. Malik reunited with his old school trainer, Fred Jenkins. It's their second fight back together.
Good body shots from Thompson.
Fred said it's easy when he's working with Malik. He's known him since he was a kid, since he was 12 years old. So happy to be back reunited with him.
Malik smiles at him because he's another thing, Tony. He's too squared up as well too. His punch is not going to affect him. And being, being a heavyweight, your weight class so much, but also the position of your feet as well to get your punches off also makes you more effective. Every time he gets this throw, he squares up.
Punch your way out. Let's go.
Double right hand there from Thompson.
Don't punch. Don't stop. You cannot stop. Don't stiff arm like. Don't put your arm on him again like that. That's holding. Box.
Fred Santor says no stiff arms, and then Malik right on cue comes back with a right and a left upstairs to Thompson.
Malik looks like, to me, he's having fun in there tonight. He's relaxed, he's calm, the defense is good, he's getting his shots off.
True. Malik looks great, but Thompson's had more success this round than he's had in the previous round, and this could be a sign that he's starting to come on a bit.
And another good right hand there from Malik Scott. Match is just starting to heat up here in this heavyweight battle. Back here at the venue at the University of Central Florida, Fran Charles, Austin Trout, Kevin Cunningham, and also heavyweight champ Deontay Wilder are with us. And that's Fred Jenkins giving instructions there to Malik Scott as we get set for round 5. This one's scheduled for 10.
Back there.
Both these guys are hoping with a victory tonight. It propels them with a potential matchup with you, Deontay.
You took the words out of my mouth.
I mean, so Malik's your boy. He comes up with a nice combination that ends it with a right up top, and then a good hook there to the midsection. Nice. And then he catches him with 2 quick short right hands.
I mean, he can't miss with the right hand.
Well, Thompson won't put the hand up.
Mr. Scott, don't hold it out there.
You guys are pretty close. How are you guys going to get the ring against one another again?
Well, it'll be the same as Puerto Rico, It'll be same as Puerto Rico when we fought in. I called them. I said, when we got the second week into camp, I called them. I said, man, this is the last time we're going to be talking. It's crunch time now. We're enemies now until after the fight. We told each other we love each other and get back on the fight.
And you took care of business. All right, time now for the 4th round scorecard analysis from our PBC historian unofficial score. It's brought to you by Geico, Jake Donovan's card. So he had Scott win the first 3 rounds, but he gave the 4th round to Thompson. So Thompson trying to make an adjustment. Left hand there from Thompson.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Put your out. Stop. Break. Step back. Take a step back.
Nice right hand there from Malik Scott, and he feints. He comes up with another body shot. That one with a left hand. Thompson's most effective when he gets Scott up against the ropes. Then he lets his hands go, kind of flies through it, but that's when he does his most work.
If you're watching the film of Thompson, he was effective in most of all his fights. Being so long, he doesn't use it. The heavyweight Paul Williams, if you will.
Uppercut that time from Scott, partially blocked by Thompson. perfect example, Deontay, of what you're saying, though, about Thompson being square. He comes in.
I don't like that style for a taller fighter. You know, with Malik timing right coming in. As Malik hit the rope with it back, that's when Thompson is more effective. He come in, he leans, and if Malik time right, come with an uppercut, it would be beautiful. I would go to the body, strictly body. Time him out a little bit, but then throw my jabs at him. Because Thompson holding his hands down low as well, too, real low, even in close range.
44-year-old Tony Thompson trying to get back in this fight. 35-year-old Malik Scott has something to say about it, much to the chagrin of the referee, Santor. He wants there to be no talking to a minimum.
Malik's looking good tonight.
Yeah, he is. The ref got to understand, sometimes when, as fighters, when we get in there, you know, the momentum be so, you know, we be in the adrenaline rush, and, you know, we're ready to get the job done, and we like to have fun. And sometimes it's okay to talk, you know, it's a sport, and, you know, you want to be competitive. That's just the competitiveness of the sport, and I don't see nothing wrong with it.
And it's entertaining. It's entertainment.
Exactly. I agree. I agree. People buy tickets to see the fight, not the referee. So, I agree.
Yeah, welcome to those of you who are watching the World Series and the Mets. As they get back in this thing here, they are 9-3 victors over the Kansas City Royals. We got Met fans in the truck.
Our body of work.
So they're happy that the Mets get on the board. Now the Royals, they'll lead 2-1. Game 4 is coming up tomorrow night at the Citi Field.
Back right there.
So the Mets are trying to see if they can even up the series. It'll be Steven Matz pitching for the Mets, the left-hander, going up against Chris Young. Chris Young, baby, getting in the ring. This guy's 6'10" as a starting pitcher. He's got you beat and those two beating there in the ring.
That wingspan must be amazing. Good little exchange from the two. That very accurate right hand again. Nice body work from Scott. Seems to me like Thompson could care less if you punch him in the head. Just do not punch him in the body.
Deontay, I want you to be objective here because you knocked out Malik quickly in one round. There was a lot of conversation about whether that was a bit of a phantom punch. Now, I know you knocked him out, so I know what you're going to say about your power. But what did you take away from it? Were you surprised he went down on that punch?
You know, to be honest, and I'm always real, you know, we definitely trained for 12 rounds with Malik. You know, like I said, definitely feel that he's the most technical fighter around. And I was very surprised. I was very surprised that I dropped him as I did, but I know I hit him on the temple as well, too. And sometimes when you get hit with the temple shot, your equilibrium fails a little bit, and that's what happened to him. You know, even he always real with me, and I'm always real with him. And instantly after that happened, I went in his dressing room. I said, "You know what happened?" He said, "Man, bro, that was just a great shot." He told me. And he said it was like his mind was there, but his body wasn't responding. And he was very emotional that night.
Yeah, if you get caught on the temple with the right shot, it's kind of like short circuits your whole body.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time. People don't understand. We pay a lot. We pay a lot of in the ring to get in the ring and for things to happen, whether you get hit like that and you can't really, your mind responding, but your body won't do what it's saying. You know, that's scary.
You have a career as a boxing analyst because you could have just said, hey, my power was just too strong and I sent him down to the canvas, but you actually gave good analysis there, so we appreciate that. Round 6 here of a scheduled 10-rounder. Tony Thomson starting to get a little bit more aggressive and trying to rough this fight up just a little bit more. The way Thompson does business, and it's worked for him. Protecting to make sure he doesn't get clubbed in the back of the head there.
Tony credibility, he's not letting up. You know, I'm very impressed with that. I mean, the age that he is and still coming at a much younger fighter. You know, you think you would see it the opposite side around, but you got to take your hats off. He's still coming, you know.
I agree, champ.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Tony Thompson, through his whole career, has impressed and shocked me throughout. Not just me, people that he's gone against, people that matched up against him. I think they always thought he was old, and he always proved otherwise.
Well, he caught Scott there with a right hand, but then Scott came back at the end of the round. ringside, and we are happy that the Bronze Bomber is with us. It is Deontay Wilder alongside Austin Trout and Kevin Cunningham. Great heavyweight matchup here between Malik Scott and Tony Thompson. All right, so I'm going to ask you another obvious question. I think I know the answer, but you think either one of these guys, Malik a second time around or Thompson, would give you problems?
I don't know. You know, being that me and Malik have a lot of time together, we spar a lot. It's like the more you spar a person, the more they know you. They get to know you, your style and stuff like that. So I think between the two, Malik would be a more difficult fight because he would know my style and I know his, so it'd be more of a challenge. With Tony, I actually sparred with Tony before.
Okay.
Back in the day, and
if you're not gonna punch, then stay away from him because he's trying to land haymakers.
So it would be
luck
both.
shot.
I wouldn't know his style, he wouldn't know mine. So it would.
Come on, guys. Back up, fellas. Back up, back up.
There's a bell for round 7.
I was just noticing, in Scott's corner, he has a tall stool. In Thompson's corner, he's got a small stool. It's probably just a regular size stool, but he makes it look real little.
You know where you get that from, though? From me.
Okay. It makes sense. You know, you don't have to get all the way up from down there.
Correct.
Malik is hitting him at will right now.
Malik's doing some good work here to start the 7th round as he is connected upstairs with a couple of lefts and a right hand. He's literally beating Tony Thompson with a punch. And Tony, he does his best work in these situations in the corner.
Here he comes. Bang!
I'm looking now at Jake Donovan's unofficial scorecard presented by Geico. And he has Malik Scott won the last 2 rounds after he gave Tony Thompson 4. So we'll see here if Thompson can turn it around, at least on Jake's scorecard. Both these guys, incidentally, back in the day, spent a lot of time around Lennox Lewis as well, another tall, gifted heavyweight champ. Lennox was the last universally recognized heavyweight champ in the world, and Malik, he told us back in the day when Lennox was getting ready for Tyson and also Asim Rahman the second time that they fought, that he just wanted to be a sponge around Lennox. And Lennox took him under his wing and really taught him about not just the fight game inside the ring, but life outside of the ring as well. Tony Thompson connects there.
I don't know if anybody caught that, but that ref just missed with a hook. Like, he almost caught it.
Oh, man.
And he wasn't looking.
Malik's walking Thompson into shots right about now. He's stepping around, walking around, and just running him into different shots. He's really looking good tonight. I mean, this could turn his whole career around a win like this.
Well, this was a good style for Malik. You know, styles make fights, and this style played right into Malik's hands.
Well, after Deontay put him on the canvas in the first round, he said that he knew that he had to get back in the ring as quickly as possible because people were already starting to talk about his career potentially was over. He went all the way to Australia. He fought Alex Leopai, and everyone thought that Leopai was going to walk through him. Remember, Leopai also had a fight with Vladimir Klitschko and lost. And Malik turned in an outstanding performance, put him back on the map, and it happened 364 days ago, Halloween of last year.
Yeah, Malik's putting on a clean right now. It's a great way to close the show for him.
Yes, he is. He's looking very comfortable and definitely enjoying every moment of it. That's one of the things I gave him a prep talk and I told him to enjoy the moment, you know. Have fun in there. When you're having fun, you don't want to stop.
Yeah, he's putting rounds in the bank, round after round.
He's ready, man. Huh? He's ready. You in shape, son. You in shape. You tell me you in shape, son. Step to him and try to bang him, son. Bring this deep breath. Step to him and bang him, man. See how you can back him up. Take it down. He don't want to be backed up. You back him up, you make him quit.
Make him pay.
You understand? All right. Deep breath. Remember I tell you to slip with that hook?
Here's the look so far here at action from this fight earlier in the second round. And Malik Scott getting the best of Tony Thompson. Obviously the quicker fighter, much more of a boxer as a heavyweight.
Hey, we saw him practice that hook in the locker room.
Yeah.
That wide, tall, overreaching hook. And he's been doing his homework. He knows where Tony's head is, and he's placing it.
Round 8 here of a scheduled the 10-rounder between Scott and Thompson, with the winner hoping that will draw them that much more closer to a potential championship bout. Gentleman sitting next to my left.
Let's go, Tony! Tony, come on now.
44 years of age. Let's see what Tony Thomson has here in the latter rounds. Thompson said, don't anybody get any Bernard Hopkins ideas in their head when it comes to his career here. He said he has no plans of going to 50 years of age and beyond. 50 years old, still getting it done.
Unbelievable.
Motivation. Tony needs to go to the body. He's not going to hit the head. He doesn't have the speed for it. Malik's too quick. He needs to just go straight into the body, try to chop his head.
Thompson said he could be in it for another 12 months, another 18 months, depending upon how he looked tonight against Malik Scott. And we also heard the feature story there with Thompson that he'd like to see if maybe he can get in the ring with Deontay and then maybe a third fight with Vladimir Klitschko.
Well, he's got dreams, and he's done it before, and I don't doubt he can do it again. But right now, Malik Scott says not.
Klitschko, you might think, been there, done that.
I think maybe if Thompson went to the body early, too, he could have been paying off now with Malik's movement.
Captain Tony Thompson here. You got a bit left in the 8th. There's 2 more rounds to go. What can you do to kind of change the tempo of this bout?
The only thing he can do is try to score a couple of knockdowns or a knockout, because every round is starting to look the same. And I mean, he's just following Malik around and he's getting picked apart. I mean, it's like he can't pull the trigger. He's right there in position.
Exactly. I think if he start using his long arms again, you know, being a taller fighter as myself, and that's one of the things that I like to use my long jab. And you know, due to Mark Breland, you know, we work a lot on the jab and the positioning and my distance. And being that Tony's a tall fighter with longer arms, that would be a game changer for him. Cutting off the ring and using them long arms he has.
All right, 8 rounds are in the books. We have 2 rounds left, and we're ringside. Kevin Austin and Fran alongside of Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight champ. Let me ask you, which one of these 2 guys would you like to fight more? So if you had to pick one of these 2.
If I had to pick one, I would want to go with Tony. You know, I done fought Malik. That's the past, but Tony has done a lot of talking. You know, and you know, I like a talker. He definitely have a dream. You know, he's 44 years old, and I think he have a dream like George Foreman once had, but he's no George Foreman. And you know, I would love to fight him, punish him, and knock him out.
All right, so who would you like to get in the ring with next?
You know, we're looking to get in the ring sometime in January.
Okay.
I'm definitely waiting on my mandatory. I done got valetories out the way. I'm looking forward to a mandatory bout, you know, which is with Alexander Povetkin, which I know he have a fight coming up, and I think in November. Against Marius Walk, which is a tough fight, I think, for him. Marius, to me, for me, I think he got one of the best chins in the division, and he's definitely. I don't see him knocking him out, but they say he's lining Walk up for me, which is 2 different styles, and I don't think that's a good fight for him. But we'll see.
Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight champ, joining us ringside here on PBC, the next round on Bounce TV. Thompson Scott into the 9th round. And you recognize Scott's cut man, Russ Amber. Done a lot of work with Russ himself. Not too much work. But we keep hearing Russ say, hey, this is welterweight stuff. This is welterweight stuff. What? handicap Deontay. Give me your thoughts on that.
I think Austin would be better at that. You know, from my point of view, when we say, you know, Russ always say be like a middleweight, meaning that he wanted me to my hand speed and movement as a welterweight instead of a heavyweight, because most heavyweights are slow and, you know, he wants to move like the hips more and feints and be faster like a heavyweight. So when he say welterweight, that could be what he's talking about, using the term that he used with me.
And Malik, he has a lighter weight skill set. He fights like middleweight or super middleweight or junior middleweight. I mean, he's got the skill set of a lighter fighter, and he's always had those skill sets. I mean, I've known this kid since he was a junior Olympian, and I was one of the coaches in the Junior Olympic National Camp, and he was the heavyweight Junior Olympic National Gold Medalist. So he's had these skills for a while, and I'm happy to see that he's back.
It's a nice throwback to the days when the heavyweights were skilled. You know, Ali, Frazier threw hundreds of punches around in the fight, and that's when the heavyweight division was very exciting. I'm glad you guys are bringing this back.
Bit left here in around 9. Right hand shot from Thompson. That drops Scott.
Wow, we did not see that coming.
Tony Thompson does it again. Malik Scott says he's okay. But Thompson has done this throughout his career. It's the 3rd time that Scott has been down. 40 seconds left here.
Only in boxing.
Only in boxing.
And now Thompson trying to load up. 30 seconds left here in the 9th round.
There you go.
For 2 big bodies. Scott goes about 240, and Thompson placed at 270. And when you get hit by a man who weighs 270 pounds, at any time, you can feel it.
It's very deceptive power. He doesn't have very much snap, but not very much pop. When he hits you, you feel it.
Yes, you do.
Tony Thompson finally showing up in a big way here in the 9th round. Catches Malik Scott on the temple, and Scott goes down.
This is also why people love heavyweights. One punch, any given moment.
That's all a part of the game. You get up and you fight him back.
No matter
Keep him back off the ropes. That's all.
What's your record?
He's trying to get the right hook in there. Keep your left hand up.
That thing is not open.
Last round, fellas. 10th round, last round.
All you got to do is
Another
box.
look now at the right hand that sent Scott crumbling to the canvas.
Last round, 10th round.
And that was the uppercut, but there it is, the overhand right.
Temple.
It was just a quick, little short, right hand.
But Deontay, you said it's the temple.
Yes, it is.
Temple shot.
The temples is, we were just talking about it. It's a beast of a punch.
Another look.
Maybe we're discovering Malik's weakness. Maybe it's the temple is his weak spot to defeat him.
That's what you got to win.
Like Vernon Forrest. It seemed like every time he got touched to the temple, he would go down. Mario Organ touched him. That was his only weakness.
The way Forrest was able to get to Shane Mosley twice.
That's right.
And that was the style that didn't work out well for Mosley, but then Mario Organ was able to get to the late final force. All right, round 10 here, the scheduled 10-rounder. So Tony the Tiger Thompson are looking to see if he can come up with a knockout after dropping Scott in the 9th round. Scott had been boxing comfortably, but all of a sudden now on Jake Donovan's unofficial scorecard presented by Geico with the 10-8 round, he has Scott now leading by just 2 points.
And mind you, that 6th round was real close. That round could have gone Thompson's way.
Nice right hand there from Scott.
One thing about the heavyweight division, it's never over until the final bell rings.
And Scott leads in with another short, compact right hand.
I mean, we have a whole new fight right now. It's a whole different fight. Thompson is trying to get these rounds back that he gave up earlier.
Oh, but he has fewer than 2 minutes here, Tony Thompson, to see if he can make it a decisive 2 rounds in a row. Thompson looking for that big shot that he just displayed back in the 9th round. Scott a little bit more cautious here.
He's being smarter and not standing there. He's moving.
I think Malik recovered from the knockdown and looks like he's back in his groove.
Thompson trying to find a way to pull the trigger here. A minute left in the 10th round. Malik with a quick 1-2. And the corner of Malik Scott imploring him on here. Seeing if he can close the show. But Thompson certainly has tightened things up here.
Let it go, let it go. Come on.
In the late round.
Let it go, watch your way out.
Just outside, 30 seconds left. Nice right hand that time from Malik Scott, 35 years of age. Tony Thomson, 44. Both these fighters with a victory. They believe they'll have an opportunity to get in the ring with the gentleman sitting down with us ringside. The heavyweight champ, Deontay Wilder.
10 seconds, fellas, 10 seconds.
Did Thompson do enough to catch Scott? Or was Scott's superior boxing in the first half of the fight enough to carry him through 10 rounds?
Great night of boxing.
So what do you think, Deontay, here?
Man, I think Malik pulled it out. You know, I think he was up in points. I think Tony, you know, it was definitely close. But I think Malik boxed enough to rack up enough points, even for the knockdown. You know, I think he could still pull it out.
Kevin, what do you think?
I think Malik won. He won basically every round, and I mean, Thompson scored the knockdown, but I don't think that was enough to win the fight.
Did you see enough from Malik Scott here tonight, if in fact he does go on and win this fight, that he deserves to have an opportunity to get in the ring with this guy?
Well, I mean, I don't know if he deserves to have an opportunity to get in the ring with the champ, but I mean, if he gets the opportunity, you know, he obviously did what he deserved to get the shot. So, you know, I'd like to see myself personally, I'd like to see Malik in another step-up fight, and then maybe a title fight.
Okay, and Tony Thomson at 44 years of age, what do you think? How much longer?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, he kind of had body language of a guy that felt like he was at the end of his career doing the fighters meetings, and then he came out tonight and kind of fought like that a little bit. So I don't know. I mean, it's up to Tony. I guess, you know, I don't want to make a decision for him, but you know, it's up to him, and I guess he'll make the right decision for his career.
Well, 10 rounds are in the books here between Thompson and Malik Scott. And so Deontay Wilder, we thank Deontay for hanging out with us through most of the fight. And he was checking out his buddy Malik Scott. They've become good friends. So it's time now for the final decision, brought to you by the United States Air Force. And here is ring announcer Ray Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds, we go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. Judge at ringside, Fred Flutie, has the contest 98-91. Judge James O'Connor sees the bout 96-93. And Judge Michael Ross has the bout 95-94. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Malik King Scott.
So Malik Scott ends up winning his 38th professional fight, moves to 38. Check that, his 38th victory, 38-2-1, as he outlasted Tony Thomson there and kept pretty much the way you thought it went down is how the judges saw it as well.